Hey Malcolm. Sorry for contacting you suddenly. How are you?
Glenn! It's been a while. I'm glad you contacted me. I'm great. Not like you. Well, I shouldn't have said that even though it was a joke. I'm sorry. Forget about what I said.
Too late. That's not like you. That's fine. It makes me uncomfortable when you're too nice. Or do you have something to hide from me?
Stop it. I have nothing to hide. I'm capable of caring about sick people.
Oh, you've grown up, huh? How's your work? Doing okay? Aren't you too busy to even have time to sleep?
Thanks for your concern. Thankfully, yes it is. I know it's not an easy job. It gives me a headache every day. There are times when I really can't sleep. I'm grateful for it though. The more busy I get, the more I enjoy it. Thanks to that, a day passes too fast for me.
Good. That's my best friend.
I know, right? I'm capable of anything. You wouldn't believe it because you knew me from the old days. Haha.
I thought you would be like, I don't like it, and just run away and get another job, but that's good. You seem like you're doing really good. I really can't imagine you as you were back then. You worked hard, didn't you?
I'm not running away that soon. I have things I want to accomplish too.
You're right. It's been your dream since you were a kid. I know that all too well.
Don't talk about our childhood. It's embarrassing. I suddenly feel embarrassed, so let's stop talking about this.
What are you talking about? You even asked Santa Claus to get the job. I can't stop talking about such interesting stories.
You don't compliment me, do you? Stop it.
I do. I laugh because I feel nostalgic, but I'm really complimenting you. I've been supporting you since then.
Everyone else was laughing so hard, though. Oh man, this is still embarrassing. I wish I could go back in time and tell myself to ask for a baseball glove or a soccer ball. It's what children ask for, and it's cute, isn't it? And yet, I wished for something like that.
That time, back then, we believed that we could make anything happen if we wished for it with all our hearts. Yeah, maybe I want to go back too. As we grew up, that pure heart of ours went somewhere. And if you could go back to that time, would you wish for a baseball glove again?
No, I wouldn't. Haha. I would make the same wish again as I did back then. How are you, by the way?
How am I? I wish I could say good.
Hey, you're still young, and still have things to do, right? I still need your support, too. Seeing you being healthy actually becomes my biggest support, so you gotta work hard, too. Your daughter must be getting bigger. Let me see her in person, not pictures. I only met her when she was a kid, so I want to meet her face to face and reveal your past stories. You talked a lot about my past stories earlier, so it's my turn to talk about yours.
I don't think I can say yes to that.
What? What's wrong?
Malcolm.
What? You're scaring me.
Do you remember what I asked you last time?
Yes, of course. I remember that. I can't believe it.
Can I ask you now?
You are kidding, aren't you? Hey, tell me you're joking.
Please, I can only ask you.
Glenn, it's so sudden.
Please, Malcolm.
Well, okay. Leave it to me. It will be fine.
Thank you.
No regrets? I'll have to make sure first.
Of course. I'm not worrying about you.
You're my best friend.
Yeah, you're the best friend I've ever had. Thank you. I'm glad I can count on you.
It's not something to be thanked. I'm still looking forward to hanging out with you. I have to expose all kinds of stories to your daughter in front of you.
Thank you. I'm grateful that I met you. Alright, please take care.
Yes, you got it. Don't worry, I'll make sure to see it through to the end.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.
See you soon, right?
Right. See you soon.
I'm sorry to contact you this suddenly. Is this Angela?
Who is this? Yes, I'm Angela.
I'm Malcolm, a friend of Glenn. I know it's sudden and surprising, but please listen to me without hanging up the phone.
Glenn's friend? Well, what is it? What do you want from me?
I have something to ask you. Do you know that Glenn has been in the hospital for 6 months?
Yes, of course I do. I'm busy right now. Is this gonna take a long time?
No, it won't take long to talk. Is it true that you didn't visit him at all? I even heard that you didn't contact him.
Who told you that?
I can't say, but is it true? Please answer my question.
Yes, that's true. Why did you contact me out of the blue like this? If this conversation is going to continue, I'll block you.
Do you know what Glenn is doing right now?
I don't care. I'm busy now. Can we talk later if it's not important? Bye. And if you contact me again with any more nonsense, I'll block you too.
He passed away. Are you gonna block me now after hearing what I said?
What? Why didn't you say the most important thing first? Don't call me out of the blue and say things that make no sense. It's so sudden. I can't believe what you're saying.
Glenn has gone. He passed away. You have to believe me.
You're lying.
I'm not. I have no reason to tell you a lie. He was my friend.
I guess you're right. Well, he's finally gone. You're right, I should hear it all. Thank God. Haha.
Finally? I guess I misunderstood something here. Did you just say that he is finally gone?
Yes, I did. Because he bothered me a lot. I'm so happy. I'm finally free. I've been waiting for this day.
Do you really think like that?
Yes, I do. I truly think so. It feels so good. I can celebrate tonight.
Are you kidding me?
I'm finally able to get married to someone I love. Taking care of a sick person is just exhausting. I had so many things I wanted to do. Maybe Glenn knew that too, because he never said anything when I stopped going to take care of him. Thanks to that, I had some time for myself. But just because I'm a sick person's wife, people around me say all sorts of things. Did you go to the hospital yesterday? Are you going to take care of him today? I was tired of being asked these things by my coworkers every day. From now on, I won't have to deal with that kind of thing. And I'm getting Glenn's legacy. I can't believe such a wonderful day has come. Now my life is safe and stable. Haha. This is so good.
Angela, I can't stand you talking like that anymore. Are you telling me everything you said is your true feelings?
Yes, everything I said is true. Why lie about something like this?
I understand your feelings. I have a lot to say, but for now, I'll just keep talking. Didn't you get phone calls from your mother?
My mother? Oh, that's why my phone was so loud this morning. Yes, I got phone calls, but I couldn't answer because I was busy. I told you earlier, I'm busy. But in that case, I should have just answered the phone.
Were you busy? I thought you got so many phone calls. If you're that busy, it must be something really important for you. I'll never understand you. Or were you doing something else that you didn't want to answer the phone for?
I'm telling you I was busy. I'm busy, you know. Oh, but thank you.
For what? You want to thank me? I don't want to be thanked for something like this.
Don't say things like that. For giving me good information. Thank you, Malcolm. Bye.
Angela. Hey, Angela. Answer me right now.
What? You are so loud. What is this about? Glenn's funeral just finished now. I'm exhausted. Can we do this later?
You didn't tell your parents and Glenn's parents that you hadn't seen Glenn for a while?
Huh? What? Where have you been checking on me? You are creepy. I didn't talk about that. I don't have to tell them like that all the time.
I've been wondering about this for a long time. Why hadn't you seen him that long?
Well, of course, I wanted to spend more time with the person I love. I answered honestly, so don't get mad, okay?
It's not Glenn? I can't listen to this without getting angry. You're telling me so calmly, but are you telling the truth?
Of course not. Glenn was gonna die soon. Do you think that this world would be fun with someone who can't make me happy? I've said it before, but taking care of a sick husband is tiring. Taking care of him is not my job. I can't be bothered. I have things I want to do.
Can't be bothered. Glenn didn't deserve you.
Shut up. It's not your business. You're just his friend. Who the hell do you think you are? You were just his friend, and I don't want to hear from you.
You said I was? Hey, Glenn and I are still friends. It doesn't change even after Glenn's death. You have no right to talk about us. You don't understand anything about Glenn. Glenn was worrying about his daughter. What is your daughter doing right now?
Right, his daughter. I think she's doing okay. I'd like to know how she's doing too.
What do you mean?
I haven't seen her for a while.
You haven't seen her?
You don't have to worry so much. She's growing up. Without me taking care of her, you can come to see her if you want to. Will you be satisfied if you see my daughter's face?
What? Hey, the conversation has been jumping around so much that I can't follow.
Oh, don't take this wrong. I didn't mean that I didn't take care of her just because I didn't want to. Glenn wasn't able to work because he was sick. I was working hard instead. Kids cost a lot. We were all going to be done if I didn't work, right? So I asked Glenn's parents to take care of her. What do you think? So, do you understand now? Don't you think it's fair? Don't get angry.
Fair? Based on what you said so far, I don't trust you at all. You go out without your daughter, don't you? You were saying that you didn't want to take care of Glenn while he was sick, and you wanted to do other fun things.
Cut it out. Stop saying things like that. It's not true. She's my precious daughter. Please don't make assumptions based on your own imagination. Even if I do things as I please, I would never leave my daughter to hang out.
Alright, I'm sorry for doubting you. I understand that you have to work instead of Glenn, but what do you tell her, that she can't see you? Did you explain to her? Even if you can't see your daughter, you keep in touch, right?
Haha. Explain? She wouldn't be able to understand yet. You're such a nitpicker.
You didn't even explain? I feel sorry for your daughter.
You are so annoying. I'm tired of you worrying about everything. It's okay. She's a good girl. So please don't worry about anything. She is smart. She doesn't ask anything selfish and has good manners. She knows how to live in this world like me. I'm glad she's not like Glenn. She loves me too. Even if we don't meet or talk, there's a bond between me and my daughter. She trusts me. So can you stop interfering any further?
A bond between a parent and a child, huh? And you betrayed her.
Can you stop saying things that don't make sense? There's nothing to worry about. Calm down. So please don't contact me again.
You are... How self-centered can you be? Do you understand what it's like to be a mother?
Hey, do you still have more to say to me? Of course I do. She is another important family member who can get Glenn's legacy. Don't ask me such obvious things.
That's what you think. You're a devilish woman.
You never know. Haha. Anyway, this is not your business. Talking to you makes me irritated. Can you stop disturbing us? Is that all? I gotta go. I'm busy. And I won't be talking to you anymore, so I'm gonna block you.
Wait!
What? Do you still have something to say? I said I'm busy.
I have a message from Glenn.
What? Important talk? I don't think there's anything more important to talk about with me. I have to take care of things like the inheritance proceedings from now on. Can we do this later? Now that Glenn is gone, there's no need for me to talk to you anymore. I'm busy. How many times do I have to tell you? If you keep lecturing me, I'm really gonna block you.
It's a talk that concerns you too. It must be now. You might regret it if you don't listen to me now.
What? Are you trying to scare me? It sounds scary. Call me later. I'm going out for dinner with friends. It's a luxury restaurant I reserved a long time ago. Finally, the day has come, so I can't be late. Bye!
What on earth are you thinking, going out for dinner? Hey, Angela! Hey!
Hey, Malcolm. Answer my call. Malcolm!
Oh, it's you. How can I help you? I'm busy. Can you call me later?
How can you help me? What's going on? Even if you're busy, I want you to talk to me.
What are you talking about? But I'm really busy. Angela, you said you were busy and hung up on me before when I was trying to tell you something important.
Stop being dumb. I checked Glenn's legacy. You already knew, didn't you? That's why you've been asking me questions. Unlike you, I had no idea what was in the will when I read it. Then, there was nothing important.
And then? So, what does that have to do with me?
Stop pretending you know nothing. You know something, don't you? Well, if you knew then, everything you did at that time makes sense. Tell me. His legacy is just saying to ask Malcolm about the details. It's just impossible you don't know anything, because Glenn wrote like this. What are you going to do to my legacy? It's not up to you, someone who's not even in the family, to decide. Let me tell you this. You have no right to get his legacy.
You keep saying legacy. Angela, you're always only thinking about money. Is there nothing else besides money? But it's not yours anyway. You talk like you own it. You're still as selfish as ever.
What? Tell me if you know something. I have the right to know too.
Don't you think it's a bit late to contact me? If the legacy is that important to you, I think it would be better to get contacted by you earlier. Oh, I see. You're a busy person. That's why you can go to fancy restaurants with your friends without knowing anything about this.
What? I knew you knew something. Tell me now.
Okay, I'll tell you. I have Glenn's real legacy. Angela, I'm not going to give you the will.
What do you mean by that? That's unthinkable. Why would he even have done such a complicated thing? Show me the contents of the will right now.
I don't know. You should ask Glenn, not me. At first, I was wondering why Glenn asked me to do this troublesome thing. But now I understand. Talking to you makes me think that Glenn might have made the right decision. But you, a selfish person, wouldn't understand anything. If only you had listened to Glenn's words. Well, you can't anymore. This is what happens because you didn't communicate with Glenn right away.
I don't care about Glenn anymore. Tell me now. What are you gonna do to my legacy? You can't do anything since you're just his friend, can you?
You don't care about Glenn. You were such a bitch. Why did Glenn end up marrying a woman like you?
Enough! Talking bad about me, even at a time like this. Now it's about inheritance, not Glenn. I'm telling you to tell me now. I'll listen to all your complaints about me later, so let's talk about the inheritance now.
If you want me to tell you that bad, I'll tell you then. About his legacy. And your daughter.
Huh? Daughter? Why does that matter now?
Well, calm down and listen. First of all, Angela, Glenn gave up on you. Glenn knew exactly what kind of woman you were, like a devil. It was good he saw through your true nature.
What? That's not true. If Glenn had lost interest in me, I would have known right away.
You wouldn't know. What would you know about Glenn when you didn't even go to see him? The will said, he is not going to give you his legacy, because you didn't deserve it. Glenn must have really lost interest in you to say all that.
What? That can't be true. I'm his wife. Even if he lost any interest in me, I have the right to get his legacy. I'm still married to him. I should get one, right?
Wife? Married to him? What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me? We are married. You know that. What are you talking about?
No, you are not his wife. He already filed for divorce and did all the processes with professionals. It's finalized. That's why you and Glenn are strangers to each other.
Huh? What? You're kidding me, aren't you? What's it supposed to mean? The conversation is jumping around too much. I can't understand what you're saying. You're crossing the line. We are not divorced. Where is this unrealistic talk even coming from?
Yes, you are. Glenn has already officially and professionally finalized his divorce. You and Glenn are officially divorced. This is real. So, you are not his wife anymore. You have nothing to do with Glenn. You are just a stranger. You don't have the right to inherit Glenn's inheritance.
Stop it! You can't trick me like that, because he didn't tell me anything. Glenn wouldn't do that. Glenn wouldn't act on such an important matter without discussing it first.
He didn't tell you. You make me laugh. You didn't reply to him. It's true that Glenn wouldn't act on an important matter without discussing it first, but he had no choice. You were avoiding him. There was no way to know his mind. That's why you didn't even realize how he felt. And it was the forever goodbye. Glenn tried to talk to you many times, but his feelings never got through, so he chose to divorce you.
No way! He didn't tell me. Even to me, his wife, divorce without telling me is not fair.
It's too late. It's already finalized. You and Glenn are officially divorced. If you had talked to Glenn properly in the first place, this never would have happened.
Oh no! Why the hell is this happening?
Why? Ask yourself. You must know something, right?
What do you mean by that?
You had an affair with another guy, too. Right?
That is...
You agreed to fill in the form for the divorce that time.
But... Glenn forgave me that time.
Yes, he did. Because it was the first time. He was a kind guy. But he was a smart guy as well. Glenn was keeping the form in the drawer, just in case. Actually, Glenn couldn't forgive you.
Oh my god. He told me he threw it away.
He told you that. He was a smart guy. And because he had figured out your personality, he probably thought you would cheat again anyway. That's why Glenn had thought carefully about the future. He kept it secretly. Hid it from you because you would throw it away. He even locked the drawer.
You're lying!
Right before he passed away, he called me and gave me the house key and the key to the drawer. Asked me to finalize the divorce.
Oh no!
And I did what he said. I told him that it was done. And Glenn got sicker. After he finished his will, then he passed away. Glenn was thinking about the future and entrusted everything to me because he realized he wouldn't live long.
That can't be real. You made that up. You're trying to steal my legacy. I know that's what you're thinking.
It is not. Glenn hoped your personality would return to what it used to be. Instead, you only focused on yourself and left Glenn behind.
But this is not allowed that you finalize the divorce. This shouldn't be allowed. I hadn't heard anything from Glenn. I won't accept it. This is clearly illegal. I'll sue you. I am suing you.
If you want to, whatever you want. It doesn't scare me at all.
What? But I have a daughter, right? Even though I can't get his legacy, she can. She's his daughter. This is unchangeable, right?
You're right. She can get one.
There you go. Okay, if she can get one, I'll take care of mine. Later then. Oh my god. Thank God. The God is still here. I will transfer my daughter's fortune to my account right now.
What are you talking about? I said his daughter can get one. You can't have her legacy. Of course.
What? What are you talking about? Are you crazy? She is definitely his daughter, and I'm her mother. And you can't change it.
Her mother? What are you talking about? You don't have her custody.
What is that supposed to mean? My daughter is mine no matter what.
You don't have her custody. The divorce paper mentioned that you are not her mother, And the will says her custody is going to his sister.
No way! Why don't I have her custody? It's unacceptable. You're really out of your mind to do such a thing.
The person who wrote that down, the custody goes to Glenn on the divorce paper, is you, Angela.
Huh? I don't remember it. There is no way I wrote that down. You must change it. It must be that. It's definitely not me.
No, you just don't remember. The handwriting was yours. It was clear that it was you. So this is something you hope to give her custody to Glenn. You don't remember anything, do you? If you want, I can give you the copy of it. Do you want to see it? You can send it to the authenticator. It'll be more clear.
Stop! What are you? You only bother me. You just don't want to give me the inheritance.
I am not bothering you. I'm doing my best for my best friend Glenn, for his last wishes. This is his last wish. I'll do my best to see this through to the end for my best friend.
What is best friend? Why do you do this? That's disgusting. It seems like nothing more than harassment. Wait, I think I got it. Glenn paid you. Am I correct? Otherwise, you wouldn't do things this much, right? How much did he pay you?
He didn't pay me. I just wanted to respect Glenn. And this is something only I can do for him. Among his best friends. Then I'll give it my all. So I was just trying to do my best. For Glenn. That's it. You don't understand my feelings at all, do you?
Only you can do? What is it? Such a beautiful friendship? Does that mean Glenn didn't have a lot of friends?
He has so many. There were so many friends who were mourning his death other than me. Honestly, he was a rare guy. Everybody likes him. Do you want to know why I'm doing this?
I'm not interested in it. But I need to know. For getting back at you. Tell me. Why do you do so much for him? Because you hate me? Is it because he is your best friend? Or because he paid for you?
None of those are correct. I want to protect Glenn. Using my power as a lawyer.
Lawyer? No way!
Why would I tell you a lie now? I had been bad at studying since I was a kid. I kept failing tests at school. So, when I said I wanted to be a lawyer, everyone laughed at me. Like, no, you can't. But Glenn was different. He told me you were capable of anything. I believe in you. And he helped me. So many times. He was the one who told me off when I was being lazy and didn't study at all, saying that he really believed in me. So, when I became a lawyer, he was very happy for me. He was the only one that was happy with tears. At that time, I thought to myself, I wanted to be his help who believed in and supported me so much. So, I would do anything. Any favor for him. I don't even care if you hate me.
You're lying! This is not true. It can't be real because he never told me that he has a friend who has a lawyer.
This is not something to show off. I told him not to tell anyone. I don't think of myself as a professional yet. But Glenn wanted to boast about me to everyone. I'm not even close. I need Glenn to be a professional lawyer. To become a great lawyer, I still have to work hard from now on. Glenn is not here anymore. I decided to do my best for my life. For Glenn. I wanted to make Glenn proud of me. As a professional lawyer.
Glenn?
If you had contacted me a bit earlier, things might have been different.
What do you mean?
While you haven't contacted me, I've processed something. But you didn't reply to my messages saying you were busy.
Something? What is it?
Are you pretending you have no idea? Your new boyfriend is married? You're not thinking this conversation has nothing to do with it, are you? I've got everything. You can't lie. I'm not interested in hearing your excuses. And I already talked to your boyfriend's wife. Apparently,
His wife had a hunch, and the conversation went smoothly. She will claim the compensation from you. No. No way! You treated your own husband with disrespect and stole someone else's husband. Karma came to you. The God is still here? Don't make me laugh. You don't even have the God you pray for. That is not true. Let me tell you something. Don't think of asking for help from your boyfriend. His wife will be claiming compensation for the affair from both of you. The amount will be unbelievable, like you can't even compare with yours. Your lover and you will need to pay for your sins. What she said is if he won't break up with you, she will claim it more. He cried and apologized to her and promised that he will break up with you. He even confessed your address. People with the tendency to cheat will easily betray others. He would just run away, even if you ask him for help. You can rely on him if you still trust him. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Did he betrayed me? No! How do you feel? Do you now understand how it feels to be betrayed by someone you love? You did it. To Glenn. Besides, you have a daughter. You also betrayed your daughter. Things would be different if you were taking good care of him. You did it by yourself. You get what you pay for, you know? Don't you get it? No answer. Well, of course. Try your best to run away from things you don't want to face. Run and run. Then better regret it. Regret it that you didn't care about the guy who's called Glenn. Regret it that you didn't take care of the precious daughter you got with Glenn. Live your life to the full of regrets. I don't care. What are you going to face from now on? I don't think I will see you anymore. Goodbye. Angela tried to avoid paying the compensation and child support. No one helped her. Even though she asked her best friends or her ex-boyfriends, no one has been able to reach her for a while. But she came to ask for help at her parents' house because her savings were seized. She thought they would help her because they're her real parents, but they didn't help her at all because she had been selfish and even stole their money before. They told her that everything was her fault, and work hard and paying this money is the right thing to do. I'm relieved that Angela's parents are reliable. She finally gave up and, working from mornings to midnights and making money, I'm working away as a lawyer, as I promised to Glenn. I visit Glenn's daughter and visit his grave for praying and telling him what is going on with my life.